Welcome to the slopes of Mount of Olives. It's such a beautiful place, and I'm such a crazy person. It's the hottest June in Israel for like a million years, and I'm deciding actually to walk in the sun to sweat to death. But I feel that I need to do that for you. Then in that case, guys, we can see so many things, and let's start with the tomb of Mary, according to the Orthodox and the Armenians. According to tradition, it's not in the Bible, after she fell asleep, they bury her right here, and 3 days later, Jesus took her body. Then she's not there. Next to it, you can see Garden of Gethsemane, the place that Jesus was betrayed by Judas. This is the last place that Jesus prayed before he was captured by the Romans and the Jews. And we are, from here, you can see the beautiful walls of Jerusalem. Most of it was built on top of King Herod wall. He built 4 big walls to create a plaza, and on top of the plaza he built a huge Jewish temple. Today it's not a Jewish place, it's a Muslim place. Wait a minute, I need to do something with the camera. But you can see in the middle, and the sun is in my eyes, and I think you can see now the Golden Gate. According to tradition, Jesus will enter to the city through the Golden Gate. According to the Jews, this is the mercy gate, and the high priest is to go out with a scapegoat once a year from there. But as you can see, no one can enter. Next to it is the Muslim cemetery. From here you can see a little bit more of Mount of Olives, Garden of Gethsemane with the most important olive trees and the church, and above it it's the Russian Church of Mary Magdalene. Beautiful, isn't it? There are not a lot of tourists in Israel now. Actually, there are no tourists in Israel now because of the war. Then you are my only tourist. You are my only tourist. La 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 la. This is where St. Stephen was stoned. Stephanos. Book of Acts chapter 2. And down there's a beautiful cave that actually marked the place that he was stoned. But because of the war, the church is closed. Should I take the bus or walk? No, I'm gonna walk. Because it's hot, but it's getting a little bit of breezy. I can feel the breeze. I know that at the end of the day I won't be able to talk. And I need to drink at least 2 liters of water. And we'll do that. Oh yeah, crazy people. Alright, let's do something that I'm not supposed to do. To cross it. And to cross it again. I want to walk not at the wall side. I wanted to go through the Kidron Valley with a nice view of the Mount of Olives, and soon you will be able to see it. Gosh, it's hotter than I thought. At least I can say to my wife tonight, I walked a lot. I can eat now. My birthday is gonna be in about 2 weeks. Guys, I'm older, but more beautiful. Arabic. The announcement that you heard is in Arabic. Later on, it's gonna be in Hebrew, and then in English of the public transportation. Why 3 languages? The 2 main languages of Israel are Arabic and English and Hebrew, but for the tourist's sake, English as well. Olive trees, and you can see the olive fruit right here, and it's beautiful to see it because they didn't cut it. Usually you can see a lot of new olive trees If you won't cut it, it will be another branch, another trunk. Then if you will cut an olive tree, it will always grow again. Cut it again, it will grow again. Then why not to believe that the olive trees there, which are more than 1,000 years old, are actually from the same family of the olive trees from the time of Jesus. Now you can see the church, Garden of Gethsemane. In front of it, you can see a new welcome hall, visitors hall. That will be one day the entrance to the church. But at the Byzantine time, it used to be a place of monasteries. There were a few monasteries here, and one of the frescoes of the monastery is at the Israeli Museum. Beautiful, from the Crusader time. Beautiful, beautiful, huge. Please visit it. Visit the Israeli Museum. Kidron Valley, it's actually a border, a barrier between the holy and the not holy. That's why the Jews used to bury their dead there, outside the city. You cannot bury the dead inside the city. Above Garden of Gethsemane, or All Nation Church, or the Agony Church, 3 names to the same church, you can see beautiful compound of the Russians, Mary Magdalene. A lovely church, beautiful garden. I do have a video of everything that I actually mentioned in my YouTube channel, and I'm sure that you're going to subscribe to my channel. I'm sure of it. King David ran away from Absalom, from here. He went to look for King Saul through here, scapegoat through here. Everything that you actually can read in the Bible, it's here. Kidron Valley. Now the Kidron Valley's got another name. Wait a minute. I cannot see, because I mean, the sun is so strong that I cannot see the screen. And I won't be surprised to know that suddenly it will, the camera will stop because it's too hot. And first of all, beautiful picture to take. And another name of the Kidron Valley is Jehoshaphat Valley. According to the Jewish Testament, the Old Testament, God will actually judge here all nations who didn't accept Judaism. Jehoshaphat, from the word to judge. Beautiful. You can see that, so you can see the monument there. It's Absalom tomb. Absalom tomb is the tomb from the time of King Herod. At least the structure is from the time of King Herod. And I'm sure that the Absalom was, I mean, we know that Absalom was buried before it, but maybe they renovated his tomb there. The Jews must be buried outside the city, and they are still buried just as Jesus was buried. The same day, they will purify the body, they will put a shroud around it, and then they will bury him. What you see is the tombstone. That body is down under. I'm crazy, I know that, but I love that tour. Yeah, I know that I'm out of tune. Another place that I want you to see, and from here you can see it. Wait. It's above. Alright, you can see it. This is not less than the Lord wept, Dominus Flevit. This is where Jesus, this is where Jesus saw the city and wept. You can see a little bit of the wall, and remember the Jewish temple was between 2 to 3 times higher than the Dome of the Rock of David, and you could see it from every place. And I do have so many videos of Dominus Flevit, and from there you can see, I think, the most beautiful view of Jerusalem from Mount of Olives. Then it's part of Palm Sunday procession until today. And of course I do have lots of videos of Palm Sunday. actually doing the Greek Orthodox, or the Orthodox, and the Catholic procession. You can see the flags of Israel. We celebrated 76 years young a few weeks ago. It's, I think they kept it because of the war. And please pray for us. Then about that cemetery. That cemetery is so old. It's from the time of King David until today. Next week, yes, it's 2 weeks from now, I'm going to visit some of the well-known places here. Then I will try to take a video of it as well. Then you will be able to see and to know the customs of those places, how you bury them, what you are saying, why you are coming, why you are reaching the tomb every year, why to put a small stone above the tomb. But that's for later on. Look at Absalom tomb. The fathers used to take their children to there to stone Absalom, that actually wanted to kill King David. He was his son. And to show their children that if you will do something bad as that, that's going to be your end. Ooh, few people with horses are... No, gosh, they are going to the Kidron Valley. I'm happy. Although why not to see some horses here. Look how beautiful it is. And next to it, right there, you can see another monument. Oh, about it. Beside the top of it, which is the nefesh, the soul, the rest was one cut rock, just like Petra. They cut it from the top to the ground. And there was nothing in it, no tombs. You can see that around it there are few tombs. But that monument was empty. The hole that you saw is, oh, the horses are arriving. The hole is of robbers who try to figure out if there's something special in it. And you can see the horses. Beautiful. Hello. Hello, hello. Thank you, thank you. That was nice. Absalom, you already know it. Zechariah is the same as the next one, and Bet Hazir. Zechariah was curved from up to down. It's one rock, monolith rock. A little bit of shade. Lovely, isn't it? Then it's quite an old cemetery. In 1948, that place was supposed to be part of Palestine, but sadly it was occupied by Jordan, and the Jordanian destroy a lot of the tombs of here. They use it for their houses, for roads. We tried to bring it back, but we didn't find all of them. And that green place is Abraham Monastery, and a beautiful place to enjoy the night. Kind of a dormitory, a small inn, hostel. But that was the palace of King Solomon. Remember the 1,000 women that he had? It was there. you didn't see it, you will see it soon. Again. Okay, another thing that I want you to see, there is a tower. That tower is of the one of the first 3 churches that were built here by Saint Helen, 4th century. She called it Aluana, but we know it as Paternoster, which is the name that the Crusader gave their church. According to what we believe, Jesus was there most of his time when he actually teach the disciples about the future. One of the things that they study there is the Lord's Prayer. Wow. It's not the end of the tour, my dears. It's only 16 minutes. Oh, it's not so long. We are reaching now the corner of the eastern wall that King Herod built. The lower stones are from the time of King Herod, and the southern wall of the temple. It's important for us because of 2 things. But let me find a place to show it to you. A little bit noisy, I know, but that's life. Right. I think you can see it a little bit. You can see the corner. The corner's got 2 stories. The first story is about Jesus when he came to the presentation at the temple when he was around 40 days old. He was there. There's a cradle that he used there. But there's another story which is not less important. Remember that the devil tried him 3 times. Twice it happened in Jericho. But the third one was here, at the corner of the eastern and the southern wall of the temple. He told him, jump. If you believe in God, he will catch you. And Jesus answered, don't try God. Do you want to see tombs from the time of King David? I hope that I will be able to show it to you. Yes, you can see the cliff. There are holes in the cliff like windows. Those are tombs from the time of King David, and there are so many. Every place here is full with tombs. And this is the new Muslim village built from 1936 and up on so many tombs. Oh, now remember that tower that we saw, Paternoster Aluana Church? Next to it, you can see the top. Oh, wait a minute, oh, all right. Of another tower. This is the ascension place. From that area, Jesus ascended into heaven. I'm trying to figure out. He ascended into heaven and he promised us to come from the same spot. Can you see how many stories we actually had in 18 minutes? Only 18 minutes. Now let's continue, please. The Kidron Valley, the Kidron in a way, it's a river as well, but usually only in winter time, reach the Dead Sea. And King David built the city right here in the valley, or not only in the valley, right there, because of one reason. The only spring in Jerusalem until today is there. You can see that it's more green, it's greener. Greener than the other side. It's an amazing tour, and I know that I promised so many of you to reach that place. Again, I will do that. I will do that. It's excellent tour for summertime, and I'm waiting for July, mainly because it's you're going through tunnels, then it's a little bit cooler. Here, I don't know if you can, yeah, you will see on the cliff, you can see a lot of windows. Every window was a tomb from the time of King David. King David is 10th century BC. You can understand how old is that cemetery. Look at the walls of the city. This is part of the wall of the temple. And there are 3 gates, block gates to the temple. That is what I believe Jesus used when he entered to the temple. And he entered to the temple 3 times here because the only time to pray, and the priest used to pray for you, the high priest, was then. If we talked about Silwan, the Arabic village, then you can hear now the muezzin calling to pray. He does it 5 times a day. And behind that mountain is Bethlehem and then a nativity church. Look at the tombs here. We are standing on a cemetery, but we don't know who is buried there. Remember, the Jordanians destroyed the Jewish cemetery here. Then in that case, they just mark it with Star of David. Let me show you a little bit of the city of David, but you can actually check it in my YouTube channel, which you already subscribed. Huh. Gosh, it's so hot. Then the spring is somewhere there. The palace of King David is not so far away, you cannot see because of the trees. Worth visiting. Not an easy tour if you are afraid from small places, for narrow places. All right, it's almost the end of the tour, but it's not the end of the tour. Then I will ask you to do a few things. The first one, send that video and other videos to all of your friends and tell them to subscribe. Tell them to be my family member, because you are the only tourist that I have. Because of it, you are the only income of mine. And if you want to help me to support my channel, then at the descriptions, the text beneath the video, you will find 2 links of Buy Me a Coffee and PayPal. You can do that through there. And next to the like button, you will see a shape of a heart. It's called Super Thanks. You can do that as well. But let's continue, please. If you reach 23 minutes, please write a comment. I want to know who are the brave one. On top of it, you can see now Al-Aqsa Mosque. Al-Aqsa Mosque is the place that Muhammad, according to tradition, reached. And from there, he went to the foundation stone and ascended into heaven. The foundation stone is when the Dome of the Rock is, which is the site of the Jewish temple. Let me cross to the other side. You can see from here clearly the 3 doors. The main entrance, which is right there. Let me try to... I cannot see a thing because of the sun, but I think you can actually see it. And what you're looking at right here is a gate from King Solomon time. Remember, King David didn't build a temple. King Solomon built a temple. And this is what we believe is one of the gates. And it looks like that. Then 950 BC. Long time ago. Long time ago. Let us climb up. Let's enter from the dung gate, the garbage gate. I want to show you a little bit of the western part of the walls of the temple wall that King Herod built. It will take us a few minutes. I have to climb up. On the way, I want to show you an excavation place We call it, it's part of City of David. It used to be a parking lot, but it's not now. Now it's an excavation place. I was digging there. I found nothing, but the lady next to me from Britain, a few hours after I left, found more than 100 silver coins. No, I have no luck. You can see the wall of the city now. The wall of the city, that part, is basically from King Herod time. That wall is from 16th century and up, built by Suleiman the Magnificent. But on top of ancient walls, you can see the differences of the stones. The lower part of Herodian stone, and the upper part from different time. The entrance to the City of David is from there. You can see a little bit more of the wall, and then let me cross to the other side, and I'm doing it in such a bad place. A little bit of the narrow places of City of David looks like that, and if you are afraid of it, don't do that. And you can see a road from Herod time that went from the swimming pool all the way to the temple, and you can see the excavation. Wadi parking, it's called, because it used to be a parking lot. Why we're excavating here? Because that place was owned by the city hall. You can see the houses there, because it's private houses. We cannot destroy the houses and build it. The priestly blessing, which is something like that, with the, it's the oldest sentence from the Bible that we found. And the excavation, if you want to do whatever I did, you can do that too. But don't do that in summertime. Now there are 8 gates of the city. You saw the Golden Gate next to it to the right. We didn't talk about it. It was the Lion's Gate. But we will enter through the Dung Gate. Why the Dung Gate? Because it's one of the lower gates, and the people used to throw their garbage from there. Then where are you going? To the garbage gate. Don't say goodbye. We found here at the excavation golden bells that we believe that is part of the high priest customs. After he purified his body before the day of atonement, Yom Kippur, no one could touch him, and he had to walk by himself to the temple. At that day he entered to the temple, and no one to the Holy of the Holy, not onto the temple, which only once a year you can do that. And if something will happen to him, no one can enter, but we can push him with a rope, and if he will hear the bells and not him, we know that something bad happened to him. Oh gosh, 30 minutes. Who is the smarter, brave guy that actually still listen to it? 15th century wall. You can see the Al-Aqsa Mosque. I can feel my muscles. It's good. It's instead of going to the gym, which I'm not going anyhow. Well, welcome to the gate. Oh gosh, it was so difficult because it's hot. let me אקטר, אני מצלם רגע את הסטיקרים. Part of the wall. You can see so many stickers with so many nice faces of soldiers. Those soldiers were killed in that war, and it's become to be a custom that we actually remember them with stickers here, and you can see the stickers there, which is so difficult. Today we still have 120 120 soldiers that are, sorry, not soldiers, Israeli citizens that are still in Gaza, where they were kidnapped in October 7. We will never forgive the Hamas, but we must find a solution for that. Before we will talk about the other side, this is the Jewish quarter. The Jewish quarter is new. How come? Because at 1948, the Jordanians occupied the old city. The old city was supposed to be owned by United Nations, but you know, United Nations got no roots, no power. Then they kept it in their hands until 1967, until we came, but they destroyed the Jewish quarter, only the Jewish quarter, and then they built something, they actually kept it like that. And in 1967 we came, we excavate before we build it again. All right, another place, another few places before we will enter to the Western Wall. Western Wall is going to be a different video, but you can see the Western Wall right there. That's where the Jews are praying through the temple. I don't know if you can see, beneath the trees there is kind of a golden color. This is the Golden Dome. That's where Muhammad ascended into heaven, but according to the Jews, that is the foundation stone, the first stone ever. Abraham and Isaac's story was there, and the Holy of the Holy. God told the Jews to build his house there. Then this is his house until today. The only important place for the Jews is that place. Synagogues are not instead of the temple. You can see the corner of the two walls that King Herod built, and you can see the floating stone. This was part of a bridge that King Herod built. His palace, kind of a palace, was here. Oh, look at the soldiers. What the soldiers are doing it? Are they here to I don't know, to keep us safe? No, they are here to travel. Let me listen to what they are saying. That was lovely. They say thanks. I don't know what they talked about, but they say thanks to the commander that took us to here today. All right. The Western Wall is just behind that barrier, but that's for a different tour. I want to show you something else here, and this is the last one. 33 minutes. Gosh, you are great. This is the beginning of the Western Wall. We saw the Southern Wall, we saw the Eastern Wall, and now we can see part of the Southern Wall. Oh, you can see beautifully now the Dome of the Rock, the site of the Jewish temple. The Jewish temple was, remember, between 2 to 3 times higher. You can see kind of the bridge, shops there. Maybe that is the shop that Jesus put the salesman away. You can see part of the destruction of the temple. See those stones there? Been destroyed in 70 AD. I think that's it. I'm going to drink coffee, cold coffee, soon. Then thank you very much for being with me. See you in my next video. Bye bye.